Hi guys, Abby here. So welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. So today's video, we are going to be wrapping up my 13-week cut. Now, if you've not watched the vlogs, go back and watch the vlogs. What are you doing? Why are you here at the end video? Go support me, go watch my journey, because I went through it and I took you all with me. Today I'm going to go through the highs, the lows, what I actually did, what worked, and what I can maybe do differently next time. Whether you're planning your own cut, you're currently doing your own cut, or you just like watching transformation videos, then this video is for you. Alright, let's take it back. 13 weeks ago, I was sitting at 69.6 kg and I decided that I was going to commit to my cut. This wasn't just about weight loss. I wanted to feel better, move better, and see what I could actually achieve this year in a structured fat loss phase. Things I did: I started tracking my macros consistently every single day. MyFitnessPal was my best friend. I popped everything in there, even the littlest of things. I created a small to moderate calorie deficit. So for me, I'd say I was maybe in about 300 calorie deficit. So I could have went harder, but that just wasn't right for me this time. I definitely prioritized protein a lot more this year than I did last year. Last year, I had a lot going on and I was kind of in the mindset of if it fits the macros, then it's okay. Whereas this year, I definitely took more of the approach of need to hit my protein. And by the time I ate my protein, I wasn't feeling or vibing with any of the if it fits my macros things. I was already feeling okay. I maintain my strength training 3 to 4 times a week. This is like kind of the most I've trained um, strength wise, and I actually managed to gain strength this time round, which is crazy. I also kept up with my daily steps. Now, this wasn't anything crazy. I was just going to work and coming home from work, and I just managed to maintain about an average of 12,000 steps a day from having to walk to work, having to walk to the train station, etc. So, the reason I chose this approach is we went on a bulk over Christmas, as we do, and then in the summer we like to cut before we go on our holidays. So I knew at 69.6 kilograms that I had some hard grafting to do, because to look at myself, I knew that it wasn't muscle that I had put on over the bulk. That's something I would definitely change this bulk, but that's another video, so we'll get into that another time. I needed to do a sustainable cut that I knew would work and that I wouldn't fall flat with, because I actually wanted to enjoy it and learn from it. So I went from 69.6 kilograms down to 60.7 kilograms. Now, that is basically a 9 kilogram difference. Like, we're talking, what, 100 grams off 9 kilograms. Okay, leave me alone. I'm just a girl. I tried. So, not only did my weight go down on the scales, but there were more things outside of that that actually happened as well. So obviously my clothes have started to fit me a lot better. Some of my jeans were getting a little bit snug, a little bit tight around the waist. Some of my dresses were a bit chesty, which are now a little bit more comfortable. I can actually see a lot of muscle definition now, which I couldn't see before due to having a lot of fat on my body. And I take that with a pinch of salt. I know that I am smaller than some. So me saying fat, but I mean fat as in like the actual physical, like you know how you have physical muscle, you have physical fat. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, I can definitely see it in my delts. Like my back is looking good, my shoulders are looking good, and obviously my legs as well. I definitely feel a lot more confident, a lot more happy. I always do during this time. Well, I always have a breakdown halfway, but that's besides the point. Um, And yeah, I still managed to celebrate things with my friends. Like my friend left our work and I still had cupcake, etc. Let's talk about how it actually worked. So the first thing is I did keep it flexible. We did go on an extra holiday this year. It was a brand trip. If you've not seen that video, go give it a watch. It was a lot of fun to make. But yeah, we just fit it in to the cut. Like I was watching everything that I was eating. Like we wouldn't eat cake. We did have a drink. We just made sure that protein was our main source. Which takes us nicely on to number two, was protein was my main source. So when you're taking a lot of protein, it fills you up a lot easier. So then you're not as hungry, which then means you can keep your calories low. And lean meats obviously have lower calories, so you can eat more of it and get away with it, which is really nice. Okay, so this year was a little bit different. A couple of years ago, when we did the cut for Florida, we were doing a lot of running training in there as well because we were doing 100 100 kilometers. Oh, I'm not quite sure. The video will be here. You can go watch it because I can't remember. It was too long ago. Um, Whereas this time we weren't really doing cardio. The cardio we were doing was walking. And I really think that walking is an underrated cardio because it can really change things for you the higher you're walking. The higher steps you get, I'm not gonna lie guys, it works. But we focused a lot on the weights. So for me, this was my first kind of year getting back into weightlifting. This is just due to my scoliosis and my slip disc. So I have to really watch myself and be careful. However, my bench went up, my squat went up. I've not squatted as much as I did in this in years. And my deadlift is back up. It's not back up to where it was, but we're so close to getting it back up. So I'm excited to see what the bulk brings to try and hit PBs this year. Number four, you gotta get your steps in, okay? Get the steps in. People always say like 10,000. If you can do 10,000, great. That's a good kind of like lower limit to hit. But like, if you've got a more active job, definitely try and aim higher. If you've even just like switching things up. So like, I park in a free parking because I'm poor, and I do like a half-hour walk to the train station every morning, and then obviously I have to do it back again. And luckily for me, when I get into town, it's another 10-minute walk to my work. So I'm just building up those steps naturally. It's just part of my routine. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to add in extra walks. So if you're lucky like me, make those changes. If you're not, take your dog out. If you don't have a dog, go with your friend a walk instead of going for a coffee, or pick up a coffee and go for a walk, that kind of thing. And lastly, this year was definitely more of a mindset shift. So in the past, it's always been about numbers, numbers, other people, what are they thinking, how am I looking? This year, it was just trusting the process. Apart from a wee halfway breakdown, but it wouldn't be a cut with me if I didn't have a breakdown halfway through. It happens. It is a yearly ritual now. But I didn't cry at the end of the cut. I could see the differences I made. I was really proud of the numbers I hit in the gym, and I was happy with how I looked. Yes, I think I could do even better. I think next year I could I could look better, but that all relies more on the bulk than it does the cut. It's long and complicated. Go follow Luke on YouTube if you're into all the gym stuff. He makes really great gym videos, and his explanations are so much better than mine because I'm not a personal trainer. He is, so I just get all my knowledge from him. The biggest mindset change is I am a lot more grateful after not being able to do the gym, etc., because my disabilities. I kind of felt a bit bogged down by it. So the fact that this year it was coming so easily, I was just feeling really grateful that I get to go to the gym. I get to work on myself. I get to um, eat healthy and improve my body, which not everyone can do. Not everyone is is well enough to do that. Not everyone has the money to do it. So I was really grateful that I got to do it. Now, obviously, the good comes with the bad. So the negatives I found this year and stuff I need to work on. Firstly, social pressure. Oh my goodness. The amount of determination and just absolute drive you have to have when you're on a cut, because everyone around you is gonna try and not not like put you off. They're not doing it to be bad. They just want you to like enjoy life, but they just don't understand the grind, and they want you to eat the cake. They want you to just come out for a drink, but you got to stay strong. And I'm so glad I stayed strong. And you know what? All the people that were trying to put me off, um, were all really kind at the end of my cut and saying how great I looked. And yeah, it felt really good. And I'm so glad that I didn't fall into the trap and I just kept persevering. Number two, I stressed a lot over the scale about halfway through. So my weight was kind of like staying where it was. Then it was going up, and then it was going back down to what it was, and then it was kind of staying where it was. And I was kind of feeling really terrible, which I really shouldn't have, because at the end of the day, my scales were really broken, like really, really broken. Um, and we've got rid of them now, so I need to buy new scales that actually work. Why did I let that get to me though? Like, even if that was the case, I was seeing a physical difference. So the number on the scale shouldn't have mattered. At the end of the day, I was lifting heavier every single week. So I was potentially gaining muscle while on the cut. Muscle is heavier than fat. So I don't know. I was just being a silly little girl, and I was just stressing over nothing. Number three, the big obvious one, comparing yourself to others. It is a lot harder now that social media is a thing. You're constantly seeing other people and going, damn, I wish I looked like them. Damn, I wish I had abs like them. Oh my goodness, they're looking great, etc. But then you've got to put that into the perspective of they were in your shoes once upon a time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Like, it's going to take years, not weeks. And that's the thing I think people don't understand in the fitness industry. Like, to get to that peak level, you have to put the work in, and it takes a long time because, like, even though we're not competing in bodybuilding, it is still bodybuilding that you're doing. You are doing the bulk to put on the muscle and like shape it in it, and then on the cut you're losing the fat. And what's it called? Oh, I forget what the name is. It'll come to me when I'm editing. But don't compare yourself. We're all different, and that's something I learned as well this cut. Not everyone has abs. Like, there is like a layer of muscle that like lies over your ab muscles, and some people have a thicker layer than others, which then means you can't get physical abs no matter how hard you try. Whoa, mind blowing. And lastly, there were times where I really wanted to try and rush the process. I really wanted to like go harder at the gym, go harder with my walking, go even harsher with my calories, dropping them right down. But if I did that, I don't think I'd have got good results, because I feel like you get yourself, um sometimes when you do things like that, it actually has the opposite effect of what you want, because your body goes into like a panic mode, and thinks you're starving it, which I think is why the refeed works really well for me, because as soon as I come off the refeed, my body's like, whew, it's okay, we can drop more weight because she's not going to starve us. um so that was definitely something that I struggle with, like not wanting to just go harder just to hurry it up. Some tips is estimate meals even if you can't track. So something you can do now is you can take pictures on MyFitnessPal, and it will like kind of guesstimate what your calories are. That's better than nothing, because then you can have an idea of where you're at, and you'll only maybe be a little bit skewed on your numbers. You don't have to skip out on events, you don't have to skip out on plans, you just have to be prepared for them. If you've got a birthday coming up and it's like a birthday dinner, prepare for it. If you've got a night out with your friends, prepare for it. You don't have to miss out just because you're on a cut. Just don't go crazy, because some people could go crazy. And lastly, focus on making habits rather than trying to be perfect. If you're tracking every single day, you're doing great. If you're getting your steps in every single day, you're doing great. If you show up to the gym, you're doing great. We all start somewhere, so building those habits is really going to help you. All right, so what happens now? The cut's finished. I'm back my holidays. Where do we go from here? So I'm not cutting anymore, but I am going to do like a reverse diet. So I am now back on around 1,600. It does waver. Like today, I'll probably end up on like 1,500. Whereas one of the other days I was like 1,650. It's not as deep. Then slowly over time, I will raise those calories until eventually I'm on my bulking calories, which for me is 2,000. Now that's low because on the guidelines, on the government guidelines, 2,000 is just what a woman should eat. Whereas, like, for me, that is far too much. 1,600 is usually my cut, 1,800 is usually my maintain, and 2,000 is my bulking. I just put it on easier, okay, guys? I'm just so small. Obviously, I'm going to keep up at the gym. I keep want to build muscle. That's really important during this time, especially when we get into the bulk. So I need to be making sure I'm keeping my protein high. I'm not going to be doing weekly vlogs on YouTube just because I know a lot of my audience aren't interested in fitness, but I enjoy doing my cut vlogs just because it keeps me accountable, and I like to watch back on them yearly to see where I was the year before. However, if you are interested in fitness stuff, I do have my fitness Instagram, which I'm trying to post on a lot more. So you will get updates there. It is Pink Beauty XX Fitness. Very easy to remember if you are a fan of the YouTube. So make sure you jump on over there and give me a follow so that you can see what the bulk phase is going to look like. This cut taught me a lot this year, and I'm so happy with it. Not just with how I look, but I'm really proud of my determination, and I've really grown a lot this year. This is actually the first year that I didn't cry on weigh-in day. Um, Usually I cry about something or other. I usually cry about my measurements. I usually cry about my weight, like whatever. I usually have a big sob. Whereas this year I didn't, and I was really proud of what I accomplished, and I'm excited to do it all again next year because I know that I can do even better from what I've learned from this cut. If you're thinking about doing your own cut, just know that it doesn't have to be so intense. You don't have to miss out on things. If you make it about the things you love, if you love the gym, if you love lifting weights, if you love running, do something that you love. I'd just like to thank everyone for following along my journey, whether you've been here since week one or if you're new here and you've not gone and watched the rest of the vlog, go do it. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Support a gal. Wow. She's just think. You could be my fan from now. Just think in the future you can say that you're an original at day one. Just saying. Just saying. If you found this helpful or you just had a little bit of fun, make sure you hit the like button down below because you guys, it really helps the channel. And I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Make sure if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, become part of the Bookish and Lifestyle family. We have some amazing videos on the way. Also, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Lastly, Comment down below. Let me know, how is your cutting journey going? Are you enjoying it? Or even just let me know if you have any questions, and I'll definitely get back to you. Let's see what the reverse diet brings, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.